Welcome back on this fine Saturday, Championship Saturday. Obviously, my guest host over the last couple of weeks is not here this week. We were unable to get our schedules together due to Mississippi deciding to have a massive snow blast from hell. Kindly go back north. Thank you very much. First day in what feels like forever that it's not freezing cold out here today. So it's just me. It is what it is. I do have some information from him though. I did check in with him to, let him give me his picks so we can kind of just talk about this bullshit, knowing full well that I'm probably going to be correct and he's probably not. So I just want you to know. But I got my Bills. I only got a couple of jerseys left. Obviously, I got my Bills jersey up here, Eagles jersey. I don't have a Commanders jersey, and I am wearing the Chiefs jersey today. So, you can see who I'm representing. Obviously, not really. I was trying to keep my bias away, but then I realized that when I put on the Chiefs jersey, I didn't mean to. And I was like, well, damn it. I'm actually cheering for the Bills. So, which you should know from my Super Bowl pick last week, Buffalo, Washington. That's what I'm here for. All right, so last week, I went 3-1 on the weekend. LaRon went 2-2. We had Kansas City. Both had Kansas City. I had Washington beat Detroit. I had the Rams lost to Philly. He got that win. And I had Buffalo over Baltimore. So I had a pretty successful week overall. Our spread pick's not as great. I was 2-1-1. He went 0-3-1. We both had Houston lost. I had Washington obviously over Detroit. The Rams and Philly pushed, and I had Buffalo over Baltimore. So my two wins were essentially the two victories that I had over him on that setup. I'm going to dive right into picks, and then I'm going to go into some. We're just going to talk about some other stuff as we go on a little further, because not only is it championship weekend, but it's also the idea that now as teams are getting eliminated, coaching vacancies are starting to fill up. So, and with that, there is a lot of movement. Hallelujah. Some are going to make you scratch your head, and some are going to make me cuss at the camera and really just want to lose my mind because I just don't understand people. But whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, we got Philly. We got Washington and Philly. I'm taking Washington in this game. I did pick Washington to go to the Super Bowl. Bills and Washington. My pick is still alive, so therefore I'm still going with Washington. I'm going to ride that till I die. Washington +6 for me. LaRon's going with Philly because he hates me, and that's fine. Because when I'm correct, I'm going to feel a lot better about it. And he's taking Philly -6. He likes them on the spread too. That 6 is tough. Divisional game, very, very big game. Earlier in the season, the Philly beat up on Washington early in Jaden Daniels' career, essentially. But early in the season for him, still, relatively young, getting his feet wet, getting into the game, whatever, what have you. Now, come back later on in the season, caveat, no Jalen Hurts. I don't think they had A.J. Brown or Devontae. They were missing a whole, a gamut of people. However, still had Saquon Barkley. But at the end of the day, Washington came to play and they beat them. Jaden Daniels playing out of his mind, playing extremely well. Comes in there, gets a big W. I actually bet on that game. Per my old boss was like, hey, this is the game I like. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I said, I'm going to ride with you. And that's the only bet I won that weekend out of like 10 bets. So thank you, Mr. Rob. Shout out, Mr. Rob. But I'm riding with Washington in this game. I like what they've done. I like how they've competed this season. I like that Jaden Daniels literally just seems to be unfazed by, I don't know, the moment, life, the game, the speed of literally nothing seems to bother him. It's the same way I feel about Jordan Love, which means to all you Jordan Love haters, because yes, I'm going to talk about my freaking Green Bay Packers no matter what. That's my team. That's what I do. But Jordan Love doesn't seem to be affected by how the game portrays either. Like he goes out there and he still just does what he does. My thought process is that he hurt his knee early in the season and it affected him throughout the year, which is why he ended up having not a standard or expected year from him. Listen, I'm not displacing the fact that that's the case. All I'm saying is all you Jordan Love haters can kick rocks and keep it moving, because as far as I know, he's a franchise quarterback. He's going to be the next great thing to come through Green Bay. Let's go. Anyway, Jaden Daniels, been absolutely phenomenal. Runaway offensive rookie of the year. I don't know how he wouldn't be overall rookie of the year, in my opinion. has been absolutely phenomenal. Taking a Dan Quinn-led team, a guy who I did not think should have been the coach because I thought he was literally just like, he was an afterthought. He was terrible in Atlanta. He just was a guy that they brought in. It was just kind of like, oh shit, we need to make a choice, and that's who they picked. Has worked out phenomenally. Their defense has been very good, especially lately. Their offense, Cliff Kingsbury, a lot of people thought that was a poor choice, but he's an air raid, throw it out there offense guy. It kind of fits the. I cannot state enough how getting a guy that fits your team makes sense. Like if that's what Cliff Kingsbury does, Jaden Daniels can be that guy. That's the kind of offense he can play. He fits perfectly. Why is anyone shocked that this worked out? I mean, I was, don't get me wrong, but like in the grand scheme of things, like when you take a guy and you send him to an offense that doesn't fit his talents or fit his scheme, and he fails, you wonder why. Well, he was just a garbage quarterback. Was he? Because you see with Sam Darnold and even like Geno Smith to a degree, that when they got out of a scheme that didn't fit them, away from a coach or a toxic environment, and went to a team that fit them, and all of a sudden they learned how to play football again. Just a thought. I don't know. Just a thought up here. Anyway, Cliff Kingsbury, good offense for Jaden Daniels. It's been phenomenal. I mean, you can't say otherwise. Even if they lose this game, it has been a rousing success for Washington. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, Buffalo, Kansas City. You already know who I'm going with. And no, it's not the jersey I'm wearing. It is literally this one right here. Go Bills. I'm taking Buffalo. Laurent's taking Kansas City. I'm taking Buffalo on the spread because that's just how it works. And then Kansas City on the spread for Laurent. This, to me, is the year that Josh Allen gets over the hump. We can make all the jokes we want about the Chiefs and the refs and the favorable calls and the Taylor Swift curse and the Travis Kelce's or the Travis Swifts or the fucking Taylor Kelce's or whatever the hell their names are. Traveler, whatever. Yeah, Traveler Swift. Traveler Kelce. At the end of the day, I think this is the year that Buffalo actually makes the bid. Now, I did just listen to a stat from I think it was Rich Eisen. It was on a video I was watching on TikTok where he said that out of clutch moments where a team has less than a minute to go, down by 7 or less, the team that is to drive down a team that is down by 7 or between 7 or less. Great players like Tom Brady was like 5 of 11. They had Drew Brees was like 3 of 6. Great percentages, like super high percentages on a team to take with 1 minute down to go down and get the touchdown and kick the field goal to either win or tie the game to go into overtime. Patrick Mahomes was a solid, undefeated 7-for-7. Chew on that for a second, because that is fucking insane. I don't care who you are or what it requires or what may have occurred in that minute of time, of football time, so like 50 minutes or so. But in that minute of time, of football time, Patrick Mahomes is 7-for-7 on getting his team either to overtime or to the victory. That is insane of a stat. When with the likes of Drew Brees being 3 of 6 and the presumed GOAT Tom Brady 5 of 11, Mahomes is 7 of 7. That is insanity. No matter who you are, that is nuts. But I'm riding with the damn Bills. I'm not changing my pick. I refuse to change my pick. I do not care. Josh Allen is going to prove this year why he was the MVP. Already been voted on. Why he was the MVP. Why he deserved it. Why his team is the best team in the AFC this season. And the Chiefs will go and retool, and they'll be just fine. Now, Rashee Rice comes back for this game, and I think we're having a whole different conversation. Because DeAndre Hopkins, as great as he is, has not been what I expected him to be in Kansas City. Xavier Worthy has not been what I expected him to be in Kansas City. Travis Kelce is doing Travis Kelce things in the playoffs, like usual. Patrick Mahomes will do Patrick Mahomes things. Their defense is still very stout. The two-headed monster of Pacheco and Kareem Hunt is insane. I mean, the Chiefs got players on their bench you've never heard of that they just catch passes out of nowhere. So they're going to do what they do best, just put up a fight. But Josh Allen's been playing with the same guys all season long that are guys that in theory, nobody wanted. Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel, who is an underrated piece that could be a massive get and a massive part of this offense, this game. Keon Coleman, who really has, in my opinion, as a Florida State fan, has really not gotten his feet really dirty in this game yet to show his actual talent. This could be a game for him. Then you got Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. You have all of the pieces. You have Ray Davis and James Cook in the backfield. You have all of the pieces to defeat the one team you need to beat to go to the Super Bowl. And then end this fucking curse of the Buffalo Bills not winning a Super Bowl. This is it. This is the time. This is Josh Allen's biggest moment ever. Because if he beats the Chiefs, regardless of whether they win the Super Bowl or not, this is his mecca moment. Besides probably getting engaged to his fiance or whatever. That's a life moment. This is a game moment. This is his career moment. This could be a career-defining moment for him beating Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, as the only other guy who really ever did it, besides in the Super Bowl, was damn Joe Burrow. So, Josh Allen, let's do this shit. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Come down here to New Orleans, a mere hour away from you, and let's do this shit. So I'm taking Buffalo and I'm taking Washington. LaRon's taking Philadelphia and he's taking Kansas City. We're going to know in about 24 hours. A little over, like, I don't know, like 30 hours. We'll know. The Super Bowl will be set. And I'll be back before then to talk about it all. Because it's going to be insane. It's going to be great. And it's also, like I said, it's an hour away from me. Part of me wants to just go downtown and just film a video of just nonsense in New Orleans Super Bowl talk, just running my mouth. Not a bad idea. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so lots to talk about outside of the games that are coming up, the games we all know, the games we love. We're excited for that. I can't wait. I personally have some bets out there that I'm excited about. See how they go. I did some funky shit, actually. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's talk about coaching changes. So let's see. We got six teams have hired their head coaches out of 7 vacancies. Can anyone tell me what vacancy that is that doesn't have a coach yet? Ironically, your host city for the Super Bowl, the New Orleans Saints, do not have a head coach. They're the only team that doesn't have a head coach up to this point, and I think that's crazy. Rumor has it, or at least everything that I've read, it's kind of like I've heard Darren Rizzi, I've heard Mike McCarthy. I don't know what they're trying to do, if I'm being honest. They bring in Darren Rizzi, like, okay, I mean, I get it. He's the guy there. He's a special teams guy, yada, yada. Everybody likes Darren Rizzi. Kamara seemed to come out and give kind of a vote of confidence, like, our guy's in the building, yada, yada. I don't think McCarthy is a good fit, if I'm being honest. I think his offense is stale. I think he's kind of stagnated out, and I think the game's kind of passed him by since winning the Super Bowl at Green Bay. I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to be, a downer on it, but I really just don't think it's a good move. I don't think Darren Rizzi's the guy either. I don't know, to be honest. Those are the only two that I know of that they really interviewed, besides Aaron Glenn, and Aaron Glenn took the Jets job, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. I don't like their choices right now, personally. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Saints. Hopefully I'll have some info on that by the next time I'll come to you. On that note, the ones we do know about, first one, it was like the biggest shoe to drop, and it was like the most, like, Ben Johnson was the one guy that we needed to drop for everything to just kind of like fall in place. I lied. Ben Johnson was not the first one. Mike Vrabel was the first one. Mike Vrabel went to New England in a move that surprised not me. Didn't surprise me. A lot of people saying, oh, Vrabel might go to the Saints. He might go here. He might go there. I said, he's going to New England. Why? Because legacy. Literally. Legacy. And it makes sense. I'm here for it. He brought back Josh McDaniels as his offensive coordinator. Vrabel's doing the defense. McDaniels doing the offense. Drake May. That team will be better next year. I have no doubt in that. I would not be shocked if they won 10 games, to be honest. But that's a topic for after the draft, when we have a lot more information on who they signed, where they're going, who they got, yada, yada, whatever. Mike Vrabel going to New England, not shocking. Probably, I think it's a great fit. I think it makes perfect sense. I think it's going to be, and I think him and McDaniels will be great for that team and that city. So I look for them to make an improvement in a very tough division. Tough is subjective, considering the Miami Dolphins might be heading for a dumpster fire, and the Jets already are. So anyway, Ben Johnson, first shoe to drop. Pretty much as soon as Detroit got knocked out of the playoffs on a one and done scenario, called it one and done. Called it right here. I did in like week 17. So just putting that out there. NFC North was one and done. Take it for what it is. Anyway, so Detroit gets knocked out. Boom. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, interview, just everywhere, literally everywhere. All right, so Ben Johnson goes, and now I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago with Laurent, was that Ben Johnson go to Vegas, go try to be with Brady and yada yada, whatever, on that, and he takes his Chicago job. He stays in the division, faces his former team twice a year, and in his own words, you stupid bitch, I kind of like beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. Well, I kind of hope you like getting your ass beat in Chicago, because bring your offensive heat all you want, but thanks for the bullet board material early. We're going to destroy you again and again. Oh, but they won the last game against. I don't give a shit what happened in week 18 of this season, because next year your team will be completely different and my team will be completely different. And I will tell you right now that the Chicago Bears will still be Green Bay's bitch in the next year again. And I'll stand on that. And as the offseason goes on and we see a lot more changes and how everything shakes out, teams, free agents, draft, everything like that, I'll probably either be more confident or the same, because I'm not. Perspective doesn't change for me. So welcome Ben Johnson to the division. Oh, wait, you've been here already. Yeah, you have a great offense. I mean, cool. I still don't think Caleb Williams is a guy, but I mean, good for you. You got lots of weapons. I mean, you got pieces to work with. On the other side of the ball, Aaron Glenn goes back to his, again, legacy team. Him and Vrabel going back to their former teams. Glenn going back to the Jets. Decided against the Saints job. He wanted the Jets job. I get it, stout defense. Almost free reign of your quarterback. Devontae Adams' decision to make, or Garrett Wilson's decision to make potentially. If one or both wants out. Rodgers probably going to be out, I would assume. I'd be shocked if he was still there. Only way I see them bringing him back is if they draft a guy who they feel is not ready. Which, if you're the Jets, that's what you're best at. Drafting a guy who's not ready and then putting him out there and then him getting destroyed and then being pissed off and giving up on him. Then he goes to another team and succeeds. Sam Darnold. Holy smokes. Geno Smith. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Y'all hear that? That's crazy. I can smell the desperation on the Jets. Aaron Glenn, great hire. Honestly, I really like it. He's going to be great for the defense. It's all going to depend on who they bring in for the offensive coordinator. That's where they need the most help. I think they should have gotten an offensive coach, in my opinion, because their defense was not their problem. Their offense is. Same way I feel about the Saints, to be honest. They need an offensive coach. So in the vein of that conversation, Mike McCarthy is the right choice. However, I just do not believe that he's the guy. Personal opinion. Anyway, Aaron Glenn to the New York Jets. So Ben Johnson to the Bears. I'm gonna give that. You know what? Let's just rank this shit. Vrabel gets an A. Ben Johnson, I'm giving a solid B. Aaron Glenn, same thing. You're getting a B. You know what? I'll give Ben Johnson a B plus. Okay. All right. So after that, so Ben Johnson doesn't go to Las Vegas. And so I'm like, who's going to go to Vegas? Like, that's an interesting thought. On my bingo card, I did not have Pete Carroll, Las Vegas Raiders coach. But here we are. And an interesting tidbit on that, because TikTok is life sometimes. Let me tell you that the thing I forgot about is who hates Pete Carroll more than anyone? Jim fucking Harbaugh. And where's Jim Harbaugh coach? The Los Angeles Chargers. And what division are they in? The one with the Raiders. So Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh, who hate each other, back to their days in the NFC West, back to their days of the Pac-10 apparently. So, just pushes all the way back. Hate each other. Petty as hell. Welcome back to the division from hell. Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh, a rivalry renewed. Who's going to get the best of that one? Probably Harbaugh. I'm just saying, we're going to see what Vegas does. I don't know. I don't really like Pete Carroll. I don't know. And I really just don't. I think, all right. C plus. I don't want to say the game's passed him by, but I feel like the game's kind of passed him by. Let's see who his coordinators are. I don't know who his quarterback is, what he's going to do with Crosby or Stills and Nash or whoever. I don't really know. So that one's going to need some time to shake out for me. I don't really like Pete Carroll as a coach. I don't like Pete Carroll, period. So anyway. All right. So the most drama. No, actually, there's two dramas here. And it's stupid. Liam Cohen, offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, goes and interviews at Tampa Bay. He's Tampa Bay offensive coordinator. Goes and interviews at Jacksonville. Comes back and says, listen, you know what? I'm not going to take the job. I don't want to do it. I'm going to stay here. Buccaneers said, cool. Here's a whole shitload of money. Thank you for your loyalty. We appreciate you. Allegedly, Cohen texts the team, I'm staying. Baker, I love you guys. Yada, yada, yada. Team calls Liam Cohen, says, hey. Doesn't answer. He goes, hey, bro. Text him, hey, what's up? Like, where you at? Like, just want you to know, like, hey, with me giving you this money, like, you can't go interview at Jacksonville. But, hey, I need you to come sign this document. He doesn't answer. Oh, hey, yeah, like, I'm just at home, man. I'll be there in a bit. Turns out, motherfucker was in Jacksonville on a meeting with the Jaguars, signing a deal to be their head coach because they fired Trent Baalke's bitch ass finally. Hallelujah. They fired the clown that is Trent Baalke. The GM got fired. And the same day that he got fired, Liam Cohen took the job, which means that Liam Cohen was like, listen, if you fire this piece of shit, I will be your head coach. But as for now, I'm going to go see what Tampa Bay is going to give me. Hey, guys, I'm coming back. Oh, shit, you fired him? Oh, I'm on the way. I'm already on the plane. I'm going to see you in a few minutes. Sure enough, Liam Cohen to Jacksonville, signed his deal. Jacksonville head coach. Let's see how that works out. Dude did wonders with Baker Mayfield. So, in the same vein as dude from Tampa Bay last year, went to Carolina, did some great things. Hey, he finally converted Bryce Young a little bit. See how, again, who knows how it's going to work out. But he's going to a spot with Trevor Lawrence. He's got a decent young team. Again, a lot of pieces may or may not be there. Christian Kirk may not be there. There's people that just may not be there. So it's very possible that is not going to be a thing. I don't know. I like this move. I'm gonna give it a B minus for now. Again, a lot of moving parts. Very early for me to make these predictions like this because like let's see how they start to mold the team and their image. We'll see. I don't know. Okay. And last but not least, actually, before I even get to the last one, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here. But Robert Saleh back in San Francisco as defensive coordinator. He did not get the job in Jacksonville. Obviously, Liam Cohen took it, but Saleh thought he got the job, so he's flying to Jacksonville. While Liam Cohen's already over there signing his deal, like, ha ha ha, got you. I was just kidding. You got bulky fired. Boom, let's go. I'm here. So anyway, Saleh, highest paid defensive coordinator in San Francisco. Makes sense. Back at home, I get it. Leave it to none other than the Dallas fucking Cowboys to do the dumbest shit possible. Your team sucked last year. Oh, Dak Prescott. I don't care if Dak Prescott played or not. They were a 7-10 team. And if there's one thing that I will stand on business on for the rest of my freaking life, it is that if your team sucks, and you're going to promote from within, your team sucks. Let's promote from within. The Patriots did this with Jerod Mayo. Listen, the way he got fired, I feel like he got set up. It was a really shitty situation in Jerod Mayo's favor, but his team sucked. And what did they do? Promoted from within. Why? I don't know. Bring in someone from the outside. If you won freaking even 10 games a year before and you bring your defensive coordinator in, you had a top 10 defense, hell yes, let's do this damn thing. But you didn't. You were 7-10 Dallas Cowboys. Garbage. Brian Schottenheimer is your new coach. Have fun living in this world of Jerry Jones is a moron doing dumb, moronic shit that Jerry Jones does because he doesn't get it. For all you wonderful Cowboys fans who honestly I probably hate most of you because most of you are so delusional, just like Jerry Jones, it makes me freaking nuts. Why? Why do you make me so insane? Because you literally think, the Cowboys, it's our year. We got Dak Prescott and CD Lamb. Yes, and you have a dog shit coach and a dog shit organization with a dumbass GM. And you literally let your running back run away to Tennessee, who did extremely well for them. Brought in Rico Dowdle finally after you decided to finally give up on that bullshit ass, oh, let's bring Ezekiel Elliott back. Why? Why? What on earth made you think that Ezekiel, lazy, fat-ass Elliott was going to do jack shit? And he didn't. You cut him, and he went to the Chargers, and behind three guys who are hurt, rode the bench. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And even better than this, even better for the Dallas Cowboy fans that watch this podcast, I hope you do. 2 of your damn divisional teams are in the playoffs, in the championship game, watching you suck and hire a guy who didn't call plays, who doesn't know what he's doing. Oh my God, even his own dad didn't hire him to call plays. Shit. Woo! Damn. How dumb can you be and how bad and crappy do you have to feel that you had 2 teams in the playoffs and they're both in the championship game? Jaden Daniels made more championship game appearances than Dak Prescott did. Hell, than any Cowboys quarterback since Barry Switzer. And most people are listening to this probably don't even know who the fuck that is. That's how embarrassing this is. You as a franchise are embarrassing. And there's no allegedly about this. Embarrassing. Dallasing. Oh my God. And it makes me so happy because you're so dumb. I love watching dumb organizations that I hate do dumb things. Oh, it makes me so happy. I can't stand Caleb Williams, and I love watching the Bears fail. I cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. So watching Jerry Jones bury this franchise more and more makes me so happy. And what's crazy enough is that if the rumor is true, and this is really what happened, that apparently Jerry Jones' sons were the ones who floated the idea of Schottenheimer getting the job to begin with, which means that not only is he dumb, but the people who might take over the team after him are just as dumb as he is. This is fantastic. They will suck for my entire life. I will literally be dead before they actually probably don't suck again. It's fantastic. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Because if the Jones sons are the ones who floated the idea of Schottenheimer instead of, I don't know, anyone on this godforsaken earth to be their head coach, then you're dumb as shit. You could have got Deion Sanders potentially. And maybe he would have sucked. But you know what he would have brought in? Every fan in the history of the world. I would have watched just because it was Deion Sanders coaching the damn team. And I didn't know if he could do it or not. I have doubts. I do. I have so many doubts. But guess what? I'd have been here for it. Why? Because it's fucking Deion. It's fucking prime time. I mean, come on. After watching Todd Bowles get coaching jobs and Raheem Morris and all these fucking retreads who just come back and they just suck again like Josh McDaniels did 18 damn times. What they can do is offensive coordinate in New England apparently. Can't offensive coordinator anywhere else. He sucks everywhere but New England as an offensive coordinator. That's all he can do. Maybe could have in North Carolina. I don't know with Bill Belichick. Who knows? Maybe. But for the love of God, like, good luck. Good luck, Dallas fans. Because I tell you right now, whatever this day is, 22nd or 3rd, I don't even know what day it is. It's in January of 2025. The Dallas Cowboys will not make the playoffs in 2025-26. I'm going to say that right now. And it's not because Dak Prescott is garbage. It's not because CeeDee Lamb can't participate. It's because the rest of the team is not constructed well, and your coach is probably going to suck. You're welcome. You're welcome. Go Bills. Go Washington. Not the Chiefs. Go Bills. Go Washington. Until then, hopefully I'll see you next week so I can make more fun of the Cowboys and tell you how I really feel, as if you didn't get enough of it already, and tell you who the New Orleans Saints coach is. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know, because they're doing the same dumb shit too. And if they hire McCarthy, they're going to... I don't think they're going to set that organization back. It's my personal opinion. As are all of these things that are coming in hot. But I'm definitely going out of this podcast hot. On that note, I'll see y'all next time.